What's up, Vaughn? How you doing?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I was just checking my thing to see. I'm setting my stuff up right now, trying to see if my camera will pick up. Oh goodness. Oh no. Let's see. Let's find a decent angle. Oh snap.
How you feeling?
I feel cool. I feel good. I'm just trying to. Oh, that's why you can't.
Hey, what's
I
up?
ain't turning the video on. Yeah.
What's up, man?
I feel alright. It's been a minute, man.
It's been a break, yo. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm chill. I'm chill. Let me see. I was gonna see about trying to give myself a virtual background if that made sense.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I guess this is fine. My room's really random. It's pretty small, so it's not a lot you can do with the space. But, I was trying to get it a little prepped. Oh, snap. How you been, man? I know how's the podcast been going?
I've been good. Just been busy with school, trying to finish up these last couple of weeks and stuff like that.
Definitely, absolutely.
Ready for summer. What about you?
Man, I would be ready for summer. I don't think summer is gonna have any significance for me because I'm looking to get a job, full time.
Okay.
And everything, from this like internship I'm doing, and yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take a break. It's been
Yeah.
I've been grinding for like with no breaks for about like a year. It's probably just gonna keep going, but we'll see.
How you like Boston?
Boston is. I haven't gone outside. I don't really do a lot of going outside because it's just
Yeah.
Boston's interesting though. Boston's
Is it just you up there, or is your family up there too?
my family moved to Georgia actually. So
Okay.
they moved to Atlanta. I'm up here. I moved up here with my uncle. Um for reasons.
Got you.
And I was living with him, but now me and him are living in like a roommate situation.
Okay.
With a couple other people. And it's really hectic. it's really wild and random.
I bet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm just I'm just living. I'm just like I'm doing this program thing that got me an internship. Um, yo Zion, what's up?
Squad, all of it. Hey.
What's up, man? Oh my gosh, well, I'm here. Don't care.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey.
What's up, man?
The drag kings in the house. Hey.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Oh Lord. Yeah, sorry if I sound wild. I got hit like with like a freight train or something on Friday, and like I went down. I went through the worst of it earlier this weekend, but it looks like I'm coming out of it, so should be good.
You feel like sick, you
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's been a little weird.
Yeah, where you at right now? You still in Boston or somewhere else?
No, yeah, I'm still in Boston.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm just chilling, I guess. I'm not chilling. I'm working. I'm doing like a lot of work, but it nothing too crazy going on.
No, that's
I miss y'all though. I miss my friends.
I'm hip.
That's the crazy part. Is like I can't make any friends out here.
Yeah,
you know.
I feel that, bro.
Because of COVID or just like the area?
Oh, it's because of COVID. Yeah, what's up?
Sean, what's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm not doing much. Yeah, it's not really the area. I guess it's more COVID, but I don't know, like the people I'm around and everything is like it's not really a social circle I like to be a part of, I guess.
I feel you.
So yeah.
Is it diverse down there? Or like what's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like diverse how like you remember like Howard, like how Howard was diverse?
Yeah.
Like it's like you can see everybody, but like the white people are definitely, holding it down. So
yeah.
They got the leaderboard spots.
Yeah, that's what it's like. That's what it's like down here. You see it. It's a few sprinkles.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man. This is exciting. This is really exciting. It's dope because I haven't seen y'all in so long.
I know, bro. I feel like it's been like 2 years or some shit. Like it's been a while.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's like pre-COVID.
Yeah, no, that is.
Yeah, definitely pre-COVID.
Yeah. And I got the document pulled up. This is really cool. It's like,
hey, let's get started. All right, so y'all know me, Sam. Also know the Sam the Seuss.
Yo, this is I No Line.
I am Tokyo Yap.
And my name is VHS Jr. Vaughn. Happy to be here.
A special guest.
Special guest.
Happy to have you.
Thank you.
So how's everybody's week going? I mean, Ben. My bad.
It's been a week. It's been a good week though. No complaints. Yeah. So, what about y'all though?
Line of school and everything.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's the thing. What do we have? Like 2-3 weeks left?
3.
Yeah. Something like that.
I think 2-3-ish.
Yeah. You know when it's like you're so close.
Yeah.
You're so far away.
Exactly.
it's what it is.
It's like the last like few projects and papers and everything is just crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask real quick, how have the professors been treating y'all during this whole thing?
I mean, my professors have been chill. It's just the school. It's just they're not having a break. That's the thing for me. Like not having a break. Like it's been work. Work. Like, Easter was like the only time I got to chill.
Yeah. How does that work? So are y'all? I don't get it. Like, are y'all ending school a week early?
Or so I get out. I think what is it? The 12, 11 for 12. So.
So you get out of school at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's trash.
I mean, this is why like I have a daily battle. Like me, my roommate jokes about it like all the time. It's like, yeah, you be hating. I'm like, I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a strong, feelings towards.
Yeah.
I feel like the professors, like the work has been pretty much the same, which kind of sucks. But I think they've been chill on like due dates and stuff.
Well, some of them have and some of them haven't.
True.
Like some of them have been a little bit more lenient. Yeah. Like I know, like for some of my classes, I definitely missed like 1 or 2 assignments, and I hit the professors up, and they were like, "Yeah, go ahead, just turn it in, and you're fine." But I know a couple other people that go to UMBC, like they missed an assignment, and that was it. Like, so yeah.
I feel like professors have to know, bro. Like, I mean, I know America has kind of given up or just like we're over the COVID thing, but like we're not done, Like people see
exactly. I think teachers need to understand that like your class, yes, all these classes are important, but there are other classes that have to prioritize. So like this little assignment.
Like you're not the only class that I'm
like
taking.
you giving me 2 little summaries to like turn in by Monday. It's not the blues. Like I'm trying. like
and life, man. Most of us have jobs, right? Most of us have family responsibilities and internships and shit like that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's hard.
So, should we dive right into the topics?
Yes. So, this has been an interesting week. Little Mosey got arrested on a rape charge. Was it 504?
That's insane.
504 got arrested on a gun charge.
Wait, 504 got arrested? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't know that until I looked at the sheet.
I could have kind of seen that coming though. I could have kind of seen that coming.
He got stopped. I think he got stopped or whatever in his car or something like that, and he tried to run away. And he ran to like a parking garage or whatever.
He ran into the parking garage.
He ran into a parking garage like trying to wait, like
a dead end.
I think so.
Yeah,
like, he was running away from them. Like, oh wait, oh no, they tried to stop him. They started to stop him, and he just like ran, like started running from him. And he ran into a parking garage, and they found him nearby.
Dang.
Oh my god. Okay.
He didn't even try. Like you know what? Like
yeah.
This is
yeah.
But Little Mosey, like I mean, I don't really listen to his music. I just know he's this random light skinned dude.
I had no idea
like
who
a
that was
rapper.
Until he got arrested.
I heard that one.
I did.
Blueberry something.
You did.
Yeah. I know a little bit about him, or not a little bit. My little brother loves him, and I remember back in the day, Kenny, like put me onto him because he had some songs like "Pull Up and Wet the Block," "Sipping on These." That's what, and like that was like kind of popping on SoundCloud. So like, yeah, I'm aware.
It's crazy.
That's insane. And he's like on the run, right? Like they have like a warrant out for his arrest.
Who Mosey?
He's not in jail.
Oh,
he's not
got arrested. I thought he got arrested.
Is he okay? At one point he missed the court date.
He missed the court date.
They were like,
they had a warrant for his arrest.
Yeah. So like I don't. Maybe they got it. I don't know, but yeah, like that was crazy because it was just like he didn't come. And they were looking for him.
These labels aren't doing their job. Like,
that was like
I don't know what's going on.
Stuff.
Like it really is, though.
My bad.
Bobby's smart out here. He's not trying to go back to jail. He's like shit.
Oh yeah, he's moving great right now.
I just need some music.
Yeah.
Who from Lil Mosey?
No. Bobby Smurda. Bobby from Bobby Smurda. Like,
Smurda. I don't think Smurda's gonna drop any new music. To be honest,
you don't think so?
I could see that.
I could see that. Yeah.
Because like it's I don't know. I feel like the memes that everybody was making about like like he's still in 2013. Like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Like there might be. Yeah. Like maybe there's something to that with the music. It's just like you got to figure out, like what to do. I don't know, but
I think
it's taking some time.
I think the biggest thing is like so the probation he's on is for like 5 years or something crazy, and it's like a whole bunch of stuff he can't talk about. But if he doesn't talk about that type of stuff in his music, it's gonna be like, oh, that's not Schmurder. That's trash.
Yeah.
He's a zombie. He's a clone. Like
yeah.
It's like a damned if I do, damned if I don't situation.
Right. He could definitely ride the fame though. I feel like he could be like an influencer or something now.
He could. He'd be on the Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy made a comeback. It's wild.
He was turning up on GTA Live one time. That was amazing.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, he's like the game now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
For sure. Kehlani came out as gay.
As a lesbian. I'm not surprised, but at the same time it's like,
see, everyone keeps on saying that.
But I'm also like, but you was dating hella guys. So it's like, was this a thing that your team was like trying to have you do? Because you already like a gay icon, So I'm just kind of like, you dated YG, you dated Party Next Door, so like, why did you wait so long to come out?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make
so
sense.
did you use those people to like just propel your fame and your platform?
She said what she said. She said the closet was a glass door. That was it.
Oh, I'm
I saw that. I saw that
too. Maybe she just didn't know until like recently. You know what I mean? Like
that's true too. That's very possible.
I heard that she used to they used to identify as like, I think she was bi or
pansexual.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
She's always been like
queer. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I had like a lot of like I guess lesbian friends that found her attractive. So
that was wifey. That was
like hearing the news now, I'm just
that was one of my wifeys right there. Like
maybe that was a
yeah. Sorry, Sam. I'm sorry, bro.
I mean, but I don't know. I never really like. Not that she's not pretty. Like she's cute and she's beautiful. Obviously, she's gorgeous. But I never really found an attraction to her. Like
it's crazy. It's crazy because she can do like the whole stud and like masculine and then switch it up.
And no, she definitely has style.
Like, she pulls it off. Like,
style is crazy.
I was right there with Sam. I completely in love, So like, but it's also just dope to like see somebody like comfortable and happy and stuff.
And in the truth.
Yeah, so, in their own skin and be happy. Yeah, it's definitely important. I think that goes back to like Lil Nas X and all that. I know people were upset that as soon as he blew up, he came out and all that. But it's like you gotta be content with who you are, no matter.
Or it's not gonna last.
Yeah.
It was also Kehlani's birthday like 2 days ago or something.
Oh yeah, 26. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's crazy. She's only 26.
It's crazy, right?
That's a whole man. Like, do you guys ever look at like because I've had a big problem with this for years, but like, do you guys ever look at people in the industry that are your age and just like really get like, oh God, what am I doing? Like, oh, like how are they doing that? Not like that whole thing and comparing and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like it doesn't. You should not do that, of course. But you'll be surprised. Like you look at some people's ages and stuff, and like you just feel like, dang, it's that close.
Yeah. You know what helps me though? What helps me a lot is when I see there's certain people, like Anderson .Paak, for example. I think he didn't start making music till like his late 20s.
Yeah.
Who else? It was
Kid Cudi.
A lot of people.
Yeah. A lot of people don't start until like later. So
music has no age limit. So
exactly.
No, it doesn't.
Right. It's never too. You never know what the time frame.
Even I think Shaggy even was like a late bloomer in that sense. I think he was actually in the military first or something like that. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's whenever your stars align.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think what Vaughn just said is kind of like, I see this on Twitter a lot, but we get that in like everything, though, not even just like music career, but like we see people, graduating college or getting a nice job or a house or a car, and they're like, a year older than us or younger than us. I'm like, wow, like I suck,
man.
Definitely.
It's your own pace.
Exactly.
I mean, it's part of like, it's not like a new thing either. It's just kind of I think society placing these expectations of where you're supposed to be at a certain point in your life, but it's like everyone gets to those things at different periods in their lives.
Our friends getting married. I was like, this is like. I'm not there yet. I don't feel that at all. So power to you. I'm happy for you, but it's not. No, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's one where I'm like, y'all got that.
Yeah. Congrats, though. Congrats.
But nah.
I feel like that's because in the West, I think we make it seem, I guess, like a bad thing to be old, so we place like the youth thing, like prioritize it. Like people really think like 40, 50 is like too old to do stuff.
Yeah.
It's like 50 years old is so young compared to like.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think it's something that happens across a lot of cultures though, because I mean, even coming from like an African household, like we have those expectations as well. You know, like
what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
So like, you're supposed to, you graduate high school, you go to college,
get married.
You're married, have kids. It's these.
Be a doctor, be a lawyer. Like,
yeah,
Okay, I've heard that before.
Yeah. So it's yeah, I think it's like that across a lot of cultures. Maybe represented differently, like you're saying, but it's definitely expectations. Every culture has those expectations for their children.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a lot of outside pressure.
Yeah. But that's why you just have to do what's best for you. And if that's the path that's best for you, then that's the path that's best for you. But if not, you have to find out what works for you.
Definitely.
I don't know if y'all believe in like Masonic beliefs and all that, belief systems. So Masons believe that 33 is the age where like males especially are supposed to like find out what they want to do in life, right? And they say that because again, I don't know how true this is, but they say that because they say that Jesus, when he formed his ministry and all that, was already like 30, and he died on the cross at like 33. So that's their number, their magic number, right? Okay. So I think it's like it just happens throughout different societies and cultures, But,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
But it's not standard either. There's people that are 60 that I remember we were at HCC. There were people that were 60 that were just getting their degree. And all that.
So I would have class with like one older person.
Yeah, it's never too old to. Yeah, never too late to learn something new.
Absolutely.
Do what you love.
Totally. I want to shout out my grandma too, because she got her college degree. I was in high school. Like this was like some years ago, but like she was like 50 something, got her degree too. So I was like really inspiring. Like it's never too old. Like that reminds me too. Like have y'all seen those two old British men like rapping on the drill beats?
I have.
What?
Yo, wait, you haven't seen that?
No, I haven't.
I don't think I've seen it yet.
You got it.
I've seen. I know. Yeah, it's like two older white dudes like rapping on like UK drill
beats. sliding on all the beats, like going crazy. One of them looks like Walter White. Like other one, I don't know, but like they got it. Whatever it is, like it's fine. They're kind of blowing up right now. It's pretty great. Please check that out.
That's tough. Y'all have to look that up.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah. So then we also had the verdict for the George Floyd trial. Well, let me not say that. For Derek Chauvin's trial. They had the verdict come for that.
How did you cut?
Plus, what did you say?
I mean, but I was about to be like, how do you guys feel? Because I mean, I wasn't trying to. I couldn't watch all of the trial. I couldn't.
I didn't want to watch it.
I didn't want to watch it.
To be honest.
Yeah.
But I was definitely keeping an ear out for like developments and stuff like that. And I mean, I thought he should have been convicted, but I was still surprised to actually, hear the verdict come out guilty on all counts. Like that was,
It's a start. So I'm happy with that. I mean, there's definitely still more work to be done. It's a start.
I could tell y'all, like, because I'm interning at like a law school, and like they all, I was like in the middle of like a project, and I had like a little meeting with my manager, and so I was watching. I was like, kind of glued to, because I didn't know that it was happening so quick. So I got on the meeting and we were trying to have a conversation, and then we both realized kind of that we were both looking at the thing. And then like she told me straight up, she was just like, everybody's like staring at this, like, you know, we don't know what's gonna happen. And, you know, like, I think the thing y'all said about just like, you know, it's on paper, you know, like if we are to believe that we exist in a system that is like completely fully just, like it shouldn't be a second guessing type of thing. Like it should be, yeah, obviously guilty on all counts, but like the whole country just had no idea what was gonna happen. Like we, you know, we're not trained to like, we're trained for the opposite, you know, by like experience. So it's like, I mean, for that reason, I would say definitely like, you know, there's a lot to be done. There's a lot more to do, and that like the fact that everybody was just like, you know, what's gonna happen, like that says a lot about like what we need to do, you know.
Like, and where we are in history with our justice system, you know.
Yeah, man.
Because again, like this is the case that gained notoriety because it was filmed. Yeah. But there's so many other cases like this that
weren't documented,
never see the light of day, and you know those officers aren't even tried, right? Or they walk off with no convictions. So hopefully this is a start towards gaining equality and justice. But and I'm happy for the family that they were able to see some form of justice. But yeah, we definitely have a lot more work to do, like you said.
Nah, definitely.
So you said you intern at a law office though? How was that?
Yes, it's a law school. It's really cool. It's an amazing opportunity. It with stuff like this and with other things too. Like when Trump was, you know, on his way out, and like right before like Twitter banned him, and like everybody was banning him, like during current event situations like that, like they'll, you know, they're kind of like really heavy contributors to legal conversations about stuff like that. So, you know, like during a workday, like you'll hear about like a professor doing like this talk about this, you know, situation, and you might be able to like sit in and like hear about it. So like with any type of current event stuff like that, they'll a lot of times like, you know, hold a discussion on it and things like that, and you can hear different perspectives and like and stuff like specifically about the law, and like it's really informative. It's really cool. Definitely.
Yeah, I can imagine. That sounds really cool. What were some of their thoughts on like the insurrection?
Yo. Oh my God. Jeez. Well, first off, so like the dean, so I'll say this too. Like the law school I'm at is Harvard Law School, and so like there's like a different kind of they're like I mean that listen, I only bring just put that in there like I only bring that up because I have to articulate now kind of that like there's like an eye on them to like to talk about certain things, and so when that happened, like the dean had to like put out like just within the law education community, like the dean had to like put out, you know, statement and everything just about like I can't believe what we just saw, all this stuff, send out like a big email and everything. And so I mean, obviously it was just like, they didn't mince words. It was just like, we know what would have happened if they didn't look like that, you know, like just straight up. So it just,
that's good to hear.
No, yeah, 100%. Listen, man, the thing I think I'm learning about like law by way of this experience is just like law isn't the same as like, you know, you do wrong, you get this consequence, or like wrong is wrong, right is like law is like a different beast. It's like, and I don't understand. I'm not getting educated in law directly by any means, but like, you know, just by observation, like it's a different kind of thing. it's like, you know, there's processes and different things that like inform what decisions or people come to, and like all these different things like inadmissible evidence, blah blah blah, like, you know, stuff I just didn't think about. So it's yeah, it's definitely it's a different thing, but with that you know, taking over the Capitol nonsense, that was you know, they definitely have words. They definitely have words about that. So yeah.
So do you think, like, obviously they had to make a statement like that, but do you think they actually practice those beliefs? Like,
I would say so. So like there's obviously, like, you know, I don't by nature of like the internship, because it's remote and stuff, like nobody's on campus and everything. It's like I've made like relationships virtually and stuff like that. But you know, like I can't really say I know the ins and outs of like all the people and everything. But just by way of like hearing their discussions and like, you know, at least the people that I work with, I've you know, like heard different opinions, but like by way of hearing like, you know, the topics they want to cover and like the things they want to. So one of the I'm like interning for 2 departments, and one is the communications department, and they handle like the newsletter for HLS. Yeah, and so like they'll kind of plan out like who they want to have speak at certain events, like who they want to like give an op-ed in the, you know, in the newspaper and stuff. And you know, so you'll hear like they're really conscious about like, you know, what is a pressing kind of thing to talk about right now, as far as like, you know, just social unrest and social injustice. And they really care. They care a lot about this stuff. And also, I think HLS as a whole, there was one thing that happened I didn't know about that I found out right at the start of my internship, which is the so you know how like Harvard has like that like kind of crest, it's like their symbol or whatever.
Yeah.
So like all the different schools like have a different one, and you know, there's like a lot of history behind it and stuff. A couple of years ago, I want to say like 2017ish, the HLS students found that like the crest that HLS had was the crest of like a really prolific and famous slave owner, and they were just like, we don't like that at all. Like, y'all need to change that. And a lot of different places would probably just be like, I sorry, I can't hear you. Like, let's just keep it moving. Like, this has been But HLS was like, okay, no, like we're gonna change it, and so they haven't changed it yet. Like what they did is they got rid of it, and like their symbol is just like the words Harvard Law School, and like that's kind of like the in between point. And so they're like working to bring a new crest in there. But like there just seems to be like, you know, there seems to be a genuine like care and attention to things like that. You know, like even if on the outside it might not look, you know, as diverse. Like I've had that observation, as it could be. Like they understand that too. Like they seem very genuine. So that's what I would say to that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's important. You know,
definitely.
One, it's important because they were receptive to that. I mean, we saw what played out with the Washington football team, where Dan Snyder kind of just pushed back until he didn't have a choice anymore.
Right.
So, you know, that's good that they're receptive to their students, and you know,
that's great.
How do you guys know each other though? So let's get into
that. We all went to high school together. So
yeah, man. Co-Lions. Lions 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, we had what, geometry or algebra together?
I'm trying to think how I met. Was that? I'm trying to think how I knew. I met you in that class, Sam. I don't know if I met.
I know where I met you, Zion. I know where I met you. It was also a math class. I don't think it was that one. It was freshman year. I remember that it was like whatever freshman year math class that was with like Mr. Galbraith and like other
the
dude. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yes. We sat next to each other at some point, and like I guess eventually we just started talking about music and stuff like that. Like, it was one of our earliest conversations. Probably like The Weeknd versus Frank Ocean or something.
Yeah.
Like really spirited debate.
A hollow debate. Hollow debate.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So.
Wait, but who do y'all have though?
He wants to know what's
what side?
Yeah.
I know Z has.
Yeah,
Z definitely has The Weeknd. Yeah.
The way Zion is like for The Weeknd, I am for Frank Ocean. So like, it's just unstoppable force, immovable object. That's how it happens.
It's like
So like, but I love The Weeknd. Yeah, we love the other person. It's just something about that specific individual like connects way too deep, So yeah. So. And Stam.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah. Well, I was gonna say my bad. Do we all have like a math project?
We did. I still have access to that. We had a project, or it was based on music or different artists.
Yes,
Janae, IQ.
Right.
I don't know who else.
Wow.
Was it Kendrick?
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
also a Kendrick stan.
People,
Kendrick stan.
Wait, the math project had something to do with Kendrick?
So it was
we probably made a way.
Geometry. And we had to do like that's weird actually. It was a geometry class, but we had to do like charts and like data.
Data
graphs and shit.
Okay.
It's me and math.
Yeah, so we had to take like a pole or whatever and walk around the
school. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
We did, So that class was just funny and this we knew that we had class with Bryce Hall,
Bryce Hall
before the fame, with his little meet and greets.
Yeah. Bryce was one of the first people I met when I moved to Howard County. He was like, I know his reputation now. It's like, not the nicest person.
Nothing changed. Like, it's the same. This
in high school,
he used to. Oh, go. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna say it.
I was just gonna say, like, people had severe issues with that man, like all high school. I did not know who he was. I didn't get it. Like I freshman year came and like I came to the bus stop. The first two people I met was Ryan Matthews and Bryce Hall, and Bryce was like putting me on game to like, this is the bus stop, like this is where we go. He'd like hang out. He'd be like, yo, what's up, Vaughn? Like, just be nice to the new kid. For the longest time, I had no idea he was like, famous, like internet famous, whatever. Like, he was just like a dude that was pretty cool. Like we sat on the bus and stuff. Like went back home. I didn't know for the longest time. I forget how I found out. Like eventually, it was just like, oh, you like have followers and stuff. I see. Like, he had like fan pages.
You are fine. He was doing meet and greets. He was doing meet and greets at Columbia Mall and shit. Like, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say that me and Bond have we have a similar thing with Bryson because I met him like through that class we all had, and I just thought he was cool. Like, he hung out like with people I did, so we were like, And then we went to the mall one time, and a whole bunch of like middle school girls,
12-year-olds, oh my god!
Girls slightly younger than us. We were like running up and we're like, "Yo, like, can you take my picture with Bryce?" And I was like, "Oh, like you're actually like,
oh, you're famous.
Like, you're famous. Literally. I remember there's this movie I love with my whole heart, Kubo and the Two Strings or whatever. Kubo and I gotta make sure I get that name right, but it's like Kubo, and it's produced by Leica, and it's like one of my favorite like production companies and stuff. And he was like showing me stuff on his phone. He was like, they like invited me to this premiere for this movie. Like, I don't even know what this is. And he showed me, and it was literally like the release date of Kubo and the Two Strings. And I was like, how dare you not know what this is? Like, I was so hot. Like, man, that was hilarious. I know you've been like, going through it or whatever, or maybe not going through it, but like, dealing with, like fame, public relations stuff. He figures that out.
Who you guys have in the fight with Austin?
He got into a fight with everybody. I swear he fought a special needs kid. Like,
did he? Yeah,
I think he did. I think he did. He's taking his ass beat though. He did.
Yeah, he did. Until our senior year, I think he lost like most fights. But he was like a wrestler. Like he was a good.
Yeah, he was wrestling. He was on a wrestling team.
Wait, who is this?
Bryce Hall. He's a TikToker.
He was dating Addison Rae now. You know.
I have no idea who that is. But okay. So
we'll show you. But
I didn't know he did.
The funniest thing is I haven't seen a single one of his TikToks ever.
It's not because
he doesn't.
It's nothing. I've watched.
Does he dance? Does he dance or he does like pranks and stuff?
He used to do pranks, but he danced. It was mostly dancing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's the same basic 3 steps, but
all the TikTok dances, bro.
And no shade. Like I admire the come up. Like I think that's totally cool that you made a way. You didn't have to go to college. You found a lane. I admire that. That's cool.
Yeah.
TikTok came at the right time for him.
Sure. Definitely.
Wait, Savon, you make music too. How'd you get into making music?
Yeah. Okay. So I there's like 2 answers to that, I guess. As far back as I can remember, I've just like always wanted to like make music, and like I've always been like writing and like humming and being obsessed with like the music that I like and stuff like that. I didn't get the ability to like actually physically make music until like here and there. I got like a cell phone like sophomore year of high school, and like I got like an app on my phone, and like I was like making beats on there.
That's your first cell phone?
Yeah, that's a whole other.
That's a whole other story.
Yeah, I can relate.
No, it wasn't GarageBand. I had I was Android gay for a while. I have an iPhone now, but I was Android gay for a minute. And on Android, you got a couple options. You have better options now, but at the time, well, this is still probably the better one. It was FL Studio Mobile that you could get for like $7 or like $60, something like that. So, but the thing was that first phone, I couldn't get it on that first phone because the specs didn't. So I was stuck. Like, so I just had to stick to my like voice notes and just like whatever. So I went the next year. I like saved up over the summer and I got a different phone, and that had specs for FL Studio Mobile. And then I started like making beats. That's whatever. After college, after I had to like drop out of college because I couldn't afford it, I ended up having a laptop courtesy of my uncle. And the school that I went to, I was able to get Logic Pro X on that. And so I started like, really being able to like make music that way. And long story short, I just like stayed in my room and made a bunch of music and never showed anyone for like years. And recently I just decided like, I don't care anymore. Let me just put this stuff out. Let me start cutting deadlines and stuff so I can just like move on to the next thing. Like, right. So now I'm like actually finishing things, like putting it out and stuff like that.
So.
Yeah.
So you go by VHS?
Yeah.
Okay.
VHS Jr is the name it's supposed to. On Apple Music, I had a different name and like I can't get it changed right now, so it's not that high a priority for me at the moment. But
I'm here. We're going through that right now.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of Apple, if y'all are listening, we got to talk.
Exactly.
Meet me on the playground, 3:00.
Definitely.
All VHS is like, my full name is Vaughn Harold Samuels Jr. And so like my dad's name is that as well. So like we've always like made jokes about like VHS being like our initials and stuff, and like people don't know what that is. I never put that together. Yeah, like
you gotta be old enough to remember VHS.
Exactly. Yeah, people don't know what some people like our age like just don't know what a VHS is, and
that's crazy.
I'm just like, okay, I'd say, yeah, I don't know, but like if you don't know what a VHS is, it's like the old tapes that like we had to like put into
the
VCR to watch Iron Giant and
Free Gem, you should do that for your album.
Bible Man.
Bible Man.
You should do that for your album. Make a whole movie. Make a whole movie. Put it on the VHS.
The cassette. Oh man, that'd be hard. That'd be hard. I you know, if I get like a budget for that, I'll break you something off for that because it's a dope idea.
Say that, man.
Effortlessly fitting into our aesthetic.
yeah. But
so what was? Oh, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was just gonna ask, what was the inspiration behind you starting to make music?
Man, it's the way I always like let myself heal, and like I don't really connect to anything as you know deeply. Like I love just like art and like, you know, creativity and like those pursuits, like everybody does. Like, and I truly like, you know, like I went to art school for like a second and like I was painting and stuff like that. Like I love that realm of things. That's like how I, you know, live. But music is just, it's the thing that like I could never kind of ignore. Like every second of every day, like I have a thought about music and like I have a thought about like what I want to make and like what I want stuff to sound like, and like, you know, that whole type of thing. Like it's never gotten. I feel like I have things to get off my chest, and like music's just, you know, the way to do it. You know.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's crazy because I always remember you like jamming out in the music room, like playing guitar. Like I would walk by, or you like with the afro, like back in the day.
Yo, oh Lord, I found some old pictures the other day too of that thing, and it was way too big. Somebody should have told me about that. Somebody should have warned me. Yeah, no, definitely. Every day that, yeah, I used to. The music room is a whole thing. Like, yeah.
I remember like you, Jeff used to be in there, like Eli and Dewula.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Jeff is the only one who could actually play guitar. So like he would play and then we'd like, you know, just BS. Like it was great. They're the ones that like had me gain confidence in like singing like around people and stuff. So like, you know, before I met them, I didn't really sing in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
I was just to myself in my room.
Did you ever participate in like any of the showcases at Howard?
So I auditioned sophomore year. No, it was either junior year and senior year. I auditioned. I didn't get in either time. But like both times, after the first time I auditioned, like Mr. Z, he like told me audition next year and like, you know, audition like alone, you know, because I auditioned with like a friend of mine. He was like, no, he was like, you could get in, so, you know, just do it yourself. The next year I did a terrible audition. Like I drank like cold water and like cough drops before. I don't know what I was doing, but like my voice was gone. And I tried it, and it was bad. So like, you know, they couldn't bring me on. That was, you know. So no, I did end up. They did this thing for the first time in 2017, which is like Black History Month, and like they did like a little performance thing for that, and some people like referred me to like the teacher that was holding it, and she asked me to like sing, and so like I did get to sing that year. I did a Maxwell song. I did Pretty Wings for like Black History Month, so that was cool. But that's the only time I like ever performed in high school.
No, that's like I mean, like that takes a lot of like confidence though, bro. Like I remember you know, we did debate, like I did debate. I think like And I remember like to warm up like freestyling from like you and like whoever, Eli. But then when you did like the actual events and we'd have to give like a speech or like a poem or something, I would literally be like sweating, like shaking. And there's one person in the room. So
bro.
in high school doing that in front of like, I mean, I don't know how many people were there for the audition, but
it was, like I think I forget I feel like I only did it. It was supposed to be like a 2-time performance for like the A classes and B classes, something like that. I think I was only able to do it once, so like only half the school saw it or whatever. But it was like half the school. It was like a lot of people, and I feel if it weren't music, I probably would not have music's different because it's just like you can escape for a second. You could just like go into the song and just not be there. So that's probably the only reason I was able to do that. But that was really a great experience. Like I'm really happy I was able to get that.
No, that's great though. I think also like I guess it's just my thinking coming from like a sports background since I was a kid. I guess like when I start I don't know getting like insecure or whatever. Like if you were to perform bad or whatever and people are like laughing blah blah blah. It's like it feels bad, but it's kind of like most of the people can't do it. Like they wouldn't on the stage. So it's like
True. I never thought.
Yeah.
Like something. There's something to just like just say. Do y'all have like a no cursing policy here?
No, go for
it. All right. So there's something to just saying fuck it and just like doing it and like not thinking about like there's definitely something to that. Like that whole like fuck it rule is the only reason I was able to put a song out on like streaming platforms. Like it's not gonna be. I don't think I've to this day listened back to that because like friends like took videos and shit. Friends like recorded it. I've not gone back to listen because I just know I'd hear it and just cringe. Like I know for a fact, but in the moment, like I did that and people cheered and like for the rest of the school year people just, was that you doing this song? And I was like, yeah, like that was cool. Like that's all that matters. Like I'm sure there's a million things that I could pick out right now. It's like, oh, my breath control is terrible there. Like I was really pitchy over there. Like that's not even a note. Like that whole thing. But sometimes, man, you just take the opportunity and just
You're definitely a true artist, though. Like for sure.
I was gonna say that. I feel like low key the people, like all of us, like the way you feel, like the people who are, real not insecure, but the people who are like
I'm insecure.
I mean the people who are insecure, the people who are like critical of themselves, like I feel like those are the people who often actually make the best art. They're like, you see the people who never cared and just put out whatever. I mean a lot of the time that shit sucks. So.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you. I feel you there. I might have to agree. Yeah, like that's some of the people that we was just talking about. Like they take their time, like and they really consider what they're doing and how they're doing it, and like when they're gonna do that whole thing. So I feel you there.
Exactly. I mean, how many people did we go? How many people went to Howard while we were there who rapped or maybe still rap? And it's like they never. I guess felt like the way you feel, but I mean, you see like the difference in.
I haven't heard from any of them people.
Will's probably the only one that still makes music, maybe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. My bad.
I don't remember that performance, by the way, at all, but I forgot like half of high school. So
it sounded like a blur. It's been like for me 5 years, so it's crazy,
bro. Yeah. Oh my god,
don't do that.
Yo, oh my gosh, it's like a quick side note. Like I remember, like coming out of high school, I had like friends in like every grade, basically, and like after a point, how after a point. You just don't have friends that are still in it, and it's like, oh wow, that's just really dead now.
You feel old.
That's a whole.
And then you're only cool with like what 3 or 4 people.
Exactly.
Out of that whole
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Like my brother's a senior now. Their graduation is coming up. So once his class is gone, I know nobody at Howard at all. So I feel old, definitely.
My little brother too. My little brother's graduating this year.
Yeah, which is crazy.
We old. Yeah. But yeah, man.
So I forgot.
No, go ahead. Go.
I was about to be like, so how long have you been like musically inclined, like playing instruments, like all that
stuff? So like, I'd say on and off for about 6 to 7 years. Okay. I have been trying to teach myself piano and guitar when I have one, and different things like that. I never really like got training, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. That's part of the reason I was always hanging around the music room, because I was just like, I may as well hang around the people that like know what they're doing and like just watch and like see, you know, how to like move across the keys and like, you know, hold the guitar and, you know, stuff like that. But on and off, like I've just always kind of been trying to like learn what I could. Here and there, I'll be able to like have an instrument or something like that. You know, I had a guitar to myself, like from 12, 13 to like 16, and then like I lost it in like that. You know, I recently got a guitar like that I own, you know, but like that took a while. So like I literally just, you know, if somebody's got a hand-me-down acoustic that's like, you know, almost broken or whatever, like I'll take it off their hands and like practice with it. You know, if somebody's got like an old little Casio plastic piano that they were about to throw out because they're moving, I'll hold on to that and like play it. Like, you know, I over that stretch of time, I've just always been trying to like learn what I could in practice. So that's probably as long as I would say that. In producing, I've only been doing that since like 2017. Yeah.
How would you describe your sound?
I guess it would be like, dang. I guess it would be. I try to think about this too. I guess it's like R&B or like, you know, pop music, like with like a sad boy tinge. I don't know, just like just really like emotional and like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, like I mean, that I feel like that's the best way to put it, because right now I feel like I'm still like really experimenting and stuff like that too, to just like figure out like what works, and you know, it's like there's probably always going to be like a heavy hip hop bass, and then like, you know, the best way to describe it is just like kind of sad, pretty sounding stuff. That's like my sweet spot, I think. And it's like probably always gonna exist in like the, you know, R&B popish like kind of landscape, that side of things. So that's how I would describe it. I don't know if that answered that. I maybe that's just more confusing.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
Cool.
How would you describe your process to like songwriting?
Yeah. So all day, every day, like I'm thinking of like not all day, every day. Most days I will like think of like a line or like a melody that I like, and I'll record it and write it down. And then sometimes a line will really strike a chord, and I'll be like, I can think of a full thought for that one, and I'll write out the thought. And then sometimes that thought, I can think of a couple more, and so I'll write those out. And you know, that'll be happening there. Meanwhile, on the other side, I'm like always trying to like make beats and like, you know, mess with stuff. And sometimes like, a beat will be coming together and it'll, like kind of favor one of those things I wrote. And so then you just like start flirt with the idea of like bringing them together. And at some point it becomes like, okay, so I got this idea on paper and I got this, instrumental. Let's see if we can marry them. That's like how the best kind of the things I like the most kind of start. But oftentimes like it'll start with like, like a beat idea, like I came up with like a chord progression, and then just like literally listening to that over and over again because it like struck a chord somehow. And then like thinking what I feel like that's saying, and like starting to write that way. That's more often than not like the process. But yeah, it's to summarize, it's usually like, different things that I'm doing at different times, like eventually kind of coming together, or, somewhere down the line, I come up with a really cool idea in an instrumental or in my notes, and then I'll try and flesh it out. I have all of my tools in my bedroom, as most people do, and I just toil away. I'll record in here. I got like a generator in my room. It's really noisy, so like that's the whole thing that I've been trying to like figure out. But yeah, it's just taking it kind of step by step, and like letting different pieces like inform the full thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I was just saying, yeah.
So was that the same process for Neighbors? Like how did Neighbors come about?
Yeah. So Neighbors is really cool to me because like the first thing with that song, so like there was a song I was listening to like a couple of years ago called When You Watch Me by Papi Judah, and that's like the sample of like the guitar that goes throughout the song. And I heard that, like the first time I heard that, I was just like, this is insane. And I wasn't really like thinking of like sampling it initially, but like I listened to it like more and more, and I was like really addicted to it eventually. And so like I tried to like make something out of it like maybe a year ago, or about a year ago, and it like wasn't working. And so I let it be. And then I came back to it recently because like I started to like get more comfortable with like my production kind of skills. I felt like I was getting, a little bit more skilled with it. So I was like, I'll try that again. Like sometimes I'll, an idea I gave up on in the past, I'll come back to it because I feel like I, like grew up a little bit. So I went and like tried to sample that part again, and I chopped it. I messed with like the timing a little bit. I looped it, put some like effects and stuff, and then like I started like building a beat onto it, and at the time I was like trying to make like an EP to like put out. That was the idea, was like just sampling a bunch of guitar for a specific reason, mainly because like I really wish I could play guitar, and like had it not been for certain events in my life, I might actually be able to play guitar right now. But just like sampling other people playing guitar so that I could like make my own kind of like act like let it inspire like what I'm making, stuff like that, see what happens there. And I'm like revisiting a lot of that music from there, but like this one was like the one that like struck a chord the most. I like made the beat, and I like before I was like finished with it, I was like thinking to myself like melodies and stuff like that. Like melodies will really come through when you're like producing and stuff. So a couple came through, and I recorded those and I just kind of let it be because like I couldn't figure it out. But eventually, like I came back and you know, the main chorus melody came to me, and that kind of kicked everything off because like the melody and the phrase of like I'm sick right now, so I can't like mimic like the sick. I'm not gonna do that to y'all, but it that like helped inform like the songwriting basically. So like from there, I had like a chorus idea. I could think about like what it was saying. Like I feel like a lot of times like you'll come up for me, like I'll come up with an idea. It's just like a phrase and I don't know what significance it has, but like I really gotta sit there and think about it because like maybe my brain knows and I don't yet. So like, you know, I'll sit there and like sit with it and then like I realize like, okay, well maybe I'm talking about this and like, you know, flesh it out that way. And from there, like the verse ideas came together and then it was like, okay, I know what this story kind of is now. Like I know what the structure is and stuff like that. And so that all kind of came together and like it was like I was finishing the production and like the writing at the same time. And so like it kind of just like coalesced in a really cool way. So yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah. You like to play something?
Thank
you. So you're playing it right now? Okay.
So what you say? Been laying down for a while, moving at a different pace. Every evening I've been dreaming about the freckles on your face. I gotta get back in the city, I'm 1,000 more away. So what you say? Go what you say. It's a late night, hope you'll make time. Now you're busy, have a great night. Before I take flight out the city in the daytime. Won't waste time, did you hear me? Won't waste time, won't waste time.
So nice. Hey.
you.
It's that summer night.
Yeah, I love that song. Yo.
Bro, thank you. That's definitely like my bad. You good.
Nah, that is like for me at least, that's like a late night vibes playlist. Like, you know, you're just driving.
That's an honor.
I remember,
yeah.
Zion has said this to me, I think like in March or whatever, and I was just like blasting that shit. I was like, Cat was just on repeat.
Yo, yeah.
Didn't even know the song title, but I was just like,
yeah. Wait, so you produced that?
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
Tough.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it was like, and that's such an honor to hear, like, you know, the late night drive music, because it's just like that. That's definitely probably one of my favorite beats I've ever made, and like, you know, I just that honestly, if I had to describe my sound, like that's all I want. I just want like late night drive stuff.
Late night drives.
Like, that's all. That's it. Because it's just like that's. Yeah, exactly. Like that's when you're just. You got whatever you got on your mind, you know, like either you're trying to like, you know, dive in deeper, you're trying to like get it out or like whatever, but you just like kind of, it's intimate, but it's like freeing at the same time and stuff. And like, if I can like match that vibe, like I'm always feel, you know, like accomplished. So I really appreciate that. But I remember because I sent Zion it might have been that version. I don't know. Like but
I think it was a little different.
Yeah, it was like because I went through a couple, you know, like changes with it and stuff. But yeah, I forgot. Yeah, like that was because say what I posted about it. He was like, finally. So I was like, how you know this? What?
He's like, I know this.
But I figured, I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's dope. I was like, man, the love is appreciated regardless.
Yeah, no, I low-key forgot I sent it, but no, it's crazy. It's like, I don't know, in like a comic, like when you know your friend has like superpowers or whatever, and then like they're unveiled. It's like, yo, like
people my boy, like.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Like, it's crazy, like, because like one of the things that has convinced me to just like start putting stuff out is like I got to, and this is not to discourage like anybody who like might want to create. This is honest. This is something that like freed me for a second because I was in my room for years, just like, oh, this isn't good enough yet. I had a realization like no one really cares. Like you don't got like 10,000 followers of people just like waiting for. It's not like that right now. Like you just do whatever you want. Like you are completely free. Like nothing needs to be perfect or whatever. Like maybe 20 people will listen, and like your really close friends will listen, and like that should be a victory. But like take some comfort in the fact that like it's not that serious. Like just like put it out.
That's a good mindset to have too. Honestly.
Yeah.
Your friends be the best critics. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. And but the thing about this one is like way more people like I'm not saying it's doing crazy but like way more people than I thought would care like actually went and listened to it, and they're just like, oh my god, I'm putting this on my story right now, like this is crazy. Like a couple of my friends was just like, I listened to this back to back, like this is crazy. And I was just like, yo, like it really is it's such a like validating feeling. It's just like, man, like I'm happy I put time into this, and like really I feel vindicated kind of like I liked this myself, but like making the decision to put it up and stuff and put it out there, like I wasn't crazy having that idea, so
yeah. I think what you said is a good point too. I was explaining to someone, it might have been my father, but like I guess because music, when you think of music, we think of famous people and our favorite artists or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was something that like not everybody necessarily wants to do it for fame. Like how some people color, like draw, some people write in a journal, like some people, I mean, you make music to heal yourself, to get out your feelings, your thoughts.
Exactly.
So it's not like, oh, I'm trying to be famous, I have to do this and that, like
right.
Obviously,
I mean, music is therapeutic. Music is therapeutic for a lot of people,
For real. This honestly, this song was like straight therapy, like in ways I did not realize, like until I really started writing it, and like that's so true, like because it'll help you like for me, like forcing myself to like finish a line will force me to like come to a realization about like some trauma from back in the day or something. It just be like, oh wait, like that's what the significance of that was for me. Okay, like it really is a therapeutic process for real. I fully agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely. You want to break down some of the lyrics?
Yeah, man.
Lyric talk segment.
Yeah, definitely. And I could pull them up too, but it's pretty simple. It's like so, and a lot of the stuff I've kind of mentioned so far has been is like related to it. But so like it like I guess something I do a lot right now. Maybe it's because of like being in more of an infancy stage as a songwriter. Is like I'll hold on to like a certain device or like a structure that I understand and like most people understand, and like try and address different ideas through that. So like the song like on its face probably it's like there's definitely like a romance thing there, I guess. Like there's definitely like like crush on the girl next door type of thing. But it's like more I wrote it myself more about like a bunch of stuff like getting evicted and like like having my guitar like taken away when I was like making progress like as a guitar player, and like how I felt like kind of set back. But to sum it all up, like basically it's inspired by / like about sophomore year, basically like 2016, when like my family like got evicted, which it was not the first time that type of thing had happened, but it was just different because the like people evicting us were just like really disrespectful. Like they took all our shit and like broke some of our shit for no reason and like, you know, sold a lot of it and that type of thing. And it was like really, yeah, oh my God, I'm still hot about this. Like it's, you know, but, and that's kind of a reason why it's, for me, this is, you know, is like therapeutic, but, you know, long story short, they like took my guitar, and there was, a girl I lived next to that like, you know, I liked whatever, but like after all of our things just like being outside in front of the house and like just us being like displaced and stuff like that, and like, you know, her seeing that, it was just like, yeah, I probably shouldn't like try to talk to you. Like it's just really embarrassing. You know, so I guess the idea was like after a while, like, you know, coming back and like trying certain things again, like you know, just I don't know how to put it, like take like not taking stuff back, but like, you know, like picking up where you kind of left off or whatever, you know, and moving on from the past, that type of thing. So the actual lyrics, I won't like, it's I guess it's not that like complex or anything. But and I also can't sing right now, so I'll just. But the beginning part of like so what you say, been laying idle for a while, moving at a different pace. It's like, and then every evening I've been dreaming about the freckles on your face. So that's basically just, you know, I've been gone for a really long time, but you know, I'm like moving different now. You know, like I kind of I'm what's how do I put it? Like I'm trying to build back from like where I left off and stuff. So and you've been on my mind basically. And so the next part is just like I got a night back in the city, about to move away. So like, and part of the song was definitely about like me leaving Maryland and like moving to Boston and like trying to start a life out here. And you know, so that part's kind of that portion of things. Like I'm about to move away, but like I'm, you know, I'm here for now. So like, you know, I figured I'd just, you know, see if you wanted to like kick it, hang out, catch up, whatever. And it's the same thing for that last portion. It's a late night. Hope you make time. Are you busy? Have a great night. Before I take flight out the city in the daytime, we don't waste time. Can you hear me? I don't waste time. I don't waste time. And yeah, it's like the idea is just, you know, I'm back. I'm leaving soon. I'm trying to like, you know, start a new life and everything. But this is kind of like a loose end I want to tie up. So like I just want to see if you want to hang out. It's kind of last minute, so just let me know. And then in getting into the verse, the verse, it's only one verse, but the structure of it basically is just like, I just got back from like a trip in Boston to Boston, which was the first thing that happened before I decided to move up to Boston. I like came to visit my uncle, and I was just like thinking about like what to do with my life basically. And I asked him if I could like move in with him. He was like, yeah. And so like I came back home and started that plan, like got that plan in motion. Pandemic put it on pause for a second, but you know, I came back and I was just planning like, you know, I'm gonna leave, so let's get everything in order for that. And it moves from that into just like basically, I guess it's me like talking to the person. So it's just like, yeah, I just came back. I'm about to leave basically. I wanted to like stop by and see my friends and stuff. That part about like don't really like to see the neighborhood. It haunts me too much. So that's like, oh yeah. So it's the first line. The full line is like, got some friends who want to see me, ain't been around like they want. Don't really like to see the neighborhood. It haunts me too much. So like, I had friends over there who are still like really close friends, but like we never really like met up around that neighborhood because like we just didn't really want to like revisit that whole thing. I didn't anyway. So but like sometimes I like pull up on like a couple people that are still out there, and like going past that house is just like really weird because it's like we've been evicted before, but like that one was just like a really, for a bunch of reasons I won't even get into it. It was just like it was like a different point for my family, like moving to Howard County, like it was a different like financial kind of level for us, and like it was our first like home, like really like house. Before that was like apartments and stuff like that, so like getting that taken away was like just a really weird thing. But yeah, so it's like I haven't really been around here because like I don't like how I feel when like I'm over here. And so this is like more directly talking to her. It's like, I don't know if you remember, we were neighbors before, saw you every day. It ain't that way anymore. It's like we lived near each other before, but like I left. We know how that happened. We don't have to talk about it. But I always thought I'd find a way to get you into my arms. But once I saw my parents' house just staring out on the lawn, I didn't see the point. And so that gets into just like the actual eviction. And this is, I guess, more imagery for myself. Just like, I don't know if it translates just listening to the song, but like from there, I go into like, we lived in our van for a second. We didn't really have a choice. She stole my guitar right out of my bedroom. They didn't want me making noise. I didn't know if you got home. And I rewrote this later, but I don't think I re-recorded it. But it was like, it's the same line, but it's just like, I didn't know if you got home in time to see ours was destroyed. I think in the song it's just like, I didn't know if you were home, and like basically it's like, I didn't know if you saw that or not, but I guess you did. And it's like, his dad's broke, wasn't mad though, I had to let the past go. So it's just like kind of with traumatic situations, it's kind of like forcing yourself to keep it pushing and like not really thinking about it. It's like when that happened, like in the moment, I couldn't really like sit there and like sulk about it because it was just like, all right, we gotta find somewhere else to live, and you just gotta keep it pushing, like deal with it later. Then it skips back over to like Pasco, hop some blocks and now I'm back home. And tonight you run your fingers through my afro, wonder where I've been and how I'm living since we last spoke. Ask what I'm thinking, tap me till I snap out of it, what you say. So that part is like, now we're like, hanging out, talking about everything, and like, just kind of, I'm like letting my guard down a little bit and like sharing like kind of the trauma of like what happened there, and having like a heart to heart and stuff, and just catching up about everything since. And I think that moment for me, like writing that, what it kind of signifies for me is just like, like the healing process. It's just like it's time to kind of just like let the kind of trauma go and like start working through it, talking about it, that type of thing, because I've said it a couple times before already, but like eviction wasn't like new to us or anything. It was just, so I feel like a lot of times like people can have a tendency to just like not to like deny how significant things were in their lives when like a lot of bad stuff happens. It's just like, oh, that wasn't nothing, like that, like same old shit basically. But sometimes you do have to, for me anyway, like sometimes I do have to take a second and just be like, no, that hurt, that had an impact on me, and I have to acknowledge it, and I need to start working past it. And then it goes back to the chorus, and then it finishes off, and yeah, like it's just it was like a really cathartic writing process. It was just like once I realized what I was like trying to talk about, it was like this is some healing that like I didn't really know I needed. Like I showed my mom, and it was crazy because my mom knew exactly what I was talking about. Like even though I didn't know if it was translating through the song for like somebody who didn't know, like if you did know, then like you know you knew, and like my mom heard it and was like, oh my gosh, like I remember so, and she was over there and like I remember all that, like this is so beautiful, and that was definitely probably one of the moments I was just like I want to put this on on DSPs. My mom really got me feeling good about myself. Shout out to my mom. But yeah, that's the song as a whole kind of broken down.
That's powerful, man. That's really powerful.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
It definitely takes on a different meaning. Like really, you just open, just vulnerable, and put that all out there. So
yeah, man. Thank you.
So,
you good?
Did you know that you were gonna write about like that concept when you were making the beat?
Hell no. No. I don't know what like honestly for a minute, and like I think the beat still kind of has this quality, but like for a minute it didn't have any extra sounds or anything. It was just like the loop and like a 3-6 Mafia style like just trap drum pattern. And like I was gonna like try and rap like for some reason. Like I don't know what I was thinking, just like, oh yeah, this will be nice and chill and you know just good old time. But you know, something about the melody or something, just like you know, I think it was also the fact that like I knew what I was trying to do with like the EP. I was sampling a bunch of guitars. Why am I sampling guitars? I don't have a guitar. Why don't I have a guitar? Because all this stuff, and like you know, why even if I have one, I can't play it. Why? Because all that. So it's like that started to inform these different things, and you know, it and I knew I was like working to get a guitar too. I just got a guitar. Let me show y'all.
Nice.
Hey. I think I saw it on your story.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I put that on my story. Yeah. So like I guess I knew kind of like what I was working towards and everything. So like it just I guess it kind of just manifested like that. Like sometimes I really just, you know, I don't know a lot of times like what I want to write about. Like it'll just kind of let itself be known. That's why I say like the sad boy quality, because it's like a lot of times it's just me venting. Like and you know, a lot of that music is not out, like, but you know, yes, that's a big part of my process. Definitely, is just like, you know, and I end up talking about some stuff that I did not plan on, and it's really, really close to my heart. But
it's real, definitely. People definitely feel that.
Yeah. So,
are you working on any upcoming projects?
Absolutely, yeah. So I wanted to, so that EP I was talking about, I wanted to put that out before like certain things happen, like me getting a guitar and stuff like that. But since I got it, like I started having like different ideas. So I decided to put this song out, and now I'm like working on a different, really small. It might be like 3 or 4 songs, but like you know, it's even though I'm not like amazing with this guitar, like I already have some ideas that have come off with it. So I'm putting that together right now, a little EP, and you know, y'all be some of the first to know, of course, kind of like what's happening with that. But yeah, man, that's all right now. There's other stuff I'm trying to do, but I'm not going to talk about that till there's something to show for it. So yeah, man, I'm always trying to like make cool stuff. So yeah.
That's what's up. I wanted to ask you also, like, who are your like top 5 influences?
All right, well, so definitely Frank. Let's see. Just to bring it back a little bit, definitely Frank Ocean. Like, yeah, I won't even get into that. That's a whole Oh man, thank the Lord for that man. I guess like yeah, for real. He was the first person, because for a minute I didn't think like I didn't think I could sing / had like a decent singing voice, and then I would like start singing along like Frank Ocean songs and realize like I can kind of do that, I guess, like, and people will try. Go
yeah, that was me too. That was my process. It was
like one thing with the Frank versus Weekend thing is like, like Frank's, but like people when they try to discredit Frank, like they try to come for his voice a lot. I feel like
I don't know why. Like
I don't either, but like like they'll compare him to like the Weeknd's voice. And it's like, look, the Weeknd, I don't know what angel died and like bestowed upon him their vocal cords, but like Frank is, there's the honesty there. There's and he has amazing range and everything. But like there's just something there. It's like so like from the heart.
Frank's songwriting has definitely.
I feel like Frank's pen is unmatched. Like his pen is unmatched. The Weeknd can probably sing better, or carry a tune better. But Frank, his penmanship is ridiculous. I was just talking to this girl on Twitter about it. We All Try.
Oh my!
Single-handedly the most underrated song of all time. Like,
don't make me cry. Don't make me cry on this Zoom call. All of Nostalgia Ultra, bro. Like this man rewrote the freaking Hotel California
the
song.
Beatles.
And
made it better.
Like what, bro? That's insane. Like you cannot. He's another being. Like it doesn't make sense. So definitely Frank. As far as other people, like Tyler the Creator, as somebody who does everything himself and like can do everything himself, but can also collaborate and like make a new thing with everyone. Donald Glover says Charles Gambino, because same reason, but also like as a person, as a young black male who has a desire to do a lot of different stuff and like just be kind of weird and stuff like that. He's an amazing role model. He has been since I was like a little kid. So that's 3. Yo, who else? I even though I'm not a rapper or anything, but I'll put Kendrick because I'm a stan. I heard him for the first time when I was like 11, and like my life just completely changed. And I started writing because of him. Because I found out he like started writing when he was like 13 or something. I was like, okay, I gotta start right now. Like So Kendrick is like one of my biggest inspirations for anything ever. And then who else, man? I don't know. I don't know if the fifth spot. I have no idea. Let me think. Like, you know what? I'm gonna just come out with this. This might not make a lot of sense. It's just the name that is on my mind right now. Ed Sheeran. I'm gonna say Ed Sheeran.
Okay. That's a good one. His pen is strong too. So
absolutely. Yeah. And like he was kind of like my gateway to like just other sounds. Like I definitely say I have, like an eclectic taste musically. Like he was kind of my music training and like education is really all over the place because like my parents did not let anything that wasn't gospel in the house. So like I had to find stuff myself, and like there's so much classic stuff I don't know about, like but but Ed Sheeran led me to other things, and like certain songs that like rappers that I love sampled. Like I know about like different bands and stuff because of like stuff that Claims Casino sampled on A$AP Rocky songs and stuff like that. And I feel like Ed Sheeran was like a gateway to the outside hip hop world for me. And he definitely inspires me as a lyricist, a songwriter, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll throw that in there. I might rethink about this and just be like, that was random, but that's who's on my mind right now. So.
Yeah, no, you picked a lot of people with strong pens.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I mean, I think that's very reflective of the type of music that you make too. Listening to neighbors. So, yeah, stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm curious, y'all. What are the top 5 for you?
Top 5 for me.
Yeah, if we have time, if we would, I'm just curious what you're gonna say.
So Kanye is my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit.
Honestly, if you just left it at Kanye, Kanye is definitely one for me too. If I thought for a couple seconds, I might have said Kanye instead of somebody, but yeah.
It's probably Kanye, Jay. If I have to throw a singer in there, probably Frank. As far as like influencing me to like sing and explore my vocal range. Yeah, it's hard.
It is.
But Kanye, those Frank, Jay. Really
this question always trumps everybody.
Yeah.
I think Lupe. Lupe Fiasco.
Yo,
when I do these lists, I feel like it always changes. I feel like it always changes. But I was listening to the Cool and Food and Liquor the other day, and I forgot how big those songs were for me. Like Kick Push and so he's definitely up there for me. And then one more person?
If you can, yeah.
That fifth slot I feel like can change. So growing up, I listened to a lot of 50 Cent, but like outside of rap, I also listened to like Green Day and Simple Plan and people like that. So either one, I don't want to leave anyone off, but either one of those would probably be in the top 5 as far as like influences.
Yeah.
Probably Green Day though, because Green Day, like Wake Me Up When September Ends,
bro.
That whole American Idiot album actually is just fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah. I guess
that's a nice list.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I feel like top 5 lists are so hard, yo. Like,
100%.
Because no matter how you do it, someone's getting left off.
Of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like it's indicative of like where you are creatively at that time or at that day on that day. Like tomorrow I could probably say something completely different.
Yeah. But that one spot always stays the same. One spot always stays the same. Right? Yeah. That's it.
So your number yours stays Kanye. Bond, does yours stay Frank for number 1?
Probably. It's like another one thing about Frank too. Like this is partially just like Frank is a fan fan podcast right now. But another thing about Frank, like as far as just like seeing like what a song can do, like the devices you can use, like how you can just like talk about a bunch of different things at once, like I love Nostalgia Ultra, and but like even on like Channel Orange, like Pink Matter is like so many. Dude, it's insanity. I don't understand how he's one of the first people. We gonna have to talk about Frank.
That's a whole podcast.
We gonna have to have a whole episode dedicated.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, while we're on this, I know I've been annoying somebody about this, but I don't know if y'all are y'all hip to Dissect the podcast.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. Y'all gotta get into it.
yo, please, because so it's basically a podcast where this guy and his team go through like some classic albums. They've done almost every Kanye album, by the way. So like they got My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like a bunch of Kanye albums.
808s, College, okay.
Yeah, I mean like it depends. Like it depends. Like they'll either skim through it to get to this other album, or what have you. But like they've done Kendrick, like all that. But basically they like go through every song of an album step by step and like literally dissect everything, the musicality of it, like what the chords are, what, like, you know, what sample happened when, where they got it from, all this stuff. And like you'll learn just like every little detail about the album. And like I've listened to like every season basically. Frank,
where do you listen to
seasons they got?
It's on Spotify. It's on Spotify and like anything else. It probably like 9 seasons or something like that. It's Dissect.
Dissect.
Yeah, Dissect. My mom texted me. Oh my goodness.
I found it. Like the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dissect. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
They've been going for 5 years. Yeah.
They probably got a playlist. But yeah. Right there. Cole Kushner. Yeah.
Podcast.
Was it?
No. Oops.
Cole.
It's on Spotify.
Wait,
they got 8 seasons.
Yeah, bro.
That is fire.
They go deep. Like,
I'm trying to find this because this is
I don't see it. Y'all gonna have to send it to me.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, we'll send it.
Y'all use Spotify.
Drop it in the
I use Spotify, but same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely check it out because like line by line, instrument by instrument, sample by sample, like they just go through everything and it's beautiful. They go through Frank, Kanye, so definitely.
I have to listen to that because I definitely, especially with 808s, I don't think that album was finished when he put it out. Like, especially in terms of the order, I don't agree with the order. I've reordered that album. Yeah, like.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You said I don't agree.
Yeah.
The funny thing with Kanye, my bad.
No, you go. I was done.
Yeah, no, like the funny thing with Kanye for me is like, I was not as much like right now. If you ask me, like I'm a complete stan of just like all the work he's done, like in the past, with like different feelings about things that have happened since certain time periods and stuff. But like, as far as like his work, like I'm extremely like grateful for it. But like it took me a while. It wasn't until I started making stuff myself too that like I started to realize like what the significance of his work was for me. It was just like like that quote that he has about just like if you're a fan of me, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself and like your potential and stuff like that. And like I really feel like that's true. Like he with MBDTF and like so many, every album damn near, like it took me a while though. I didn't know, so like I'm learning still like about stuff. Like I heard like RoboCop for the first time like a year ago.
My God.
Like
the crazy part about RoboCop is he changed the version because it got leaked.
Oh,
and then he changed like
I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I love it.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was just scrolling through the podcast, and this is not an ad for them, by the way, but I was scrolling through and I saw they did like a season, I guess, on the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and that reminded me to say that's my number one spot, and I love her. I like to pretend she's like my aunt or something.
Wait, who? Wait, who?
Yes, exactly.
Would you say
Lauryn Hill?
Oh, true.
Yeah,
the singing and rapping and like the deep lyric, like
absolutely.
Yeah, she was really ahead of her time. And, yeah. Oh, they did because of the internet.
that one went crazy. That one went crazy because y'all know how that album is like half of a thing because there's a whole screenplay and they finally made sense of it for me. I had no idea all these years. I love everything Charles Gambino does. So like, you know, I was a fan of the album.
That was a classic.
Yeah, but like I didn't know half of the significance, even though I was on Genius and I was like, what happened here in the screenplay? But like they put it all together. It was beautiful.
Childish Gambino, I think, is like maybe not. I mean, definitely musically, of course, but I think overall is like creative. His career is like very inspiring as far as
it's
like
it's the blueprint.
Yeah,
like, the acting,
the
writing.
I think he might actually be the most creative artist that we have out right now.
100%.
And I mean, maybe short of Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I hear
Chris Brown
I hear
is another one. Yeah,
I hear you. Me personally, I have feelings about Chris, but like I know exactly what you're saying.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm personally like, I don't know what it is. I'm not like a huge fan of like male dancing. So it's like,
I mean, it don't do nothing.
But
for
I don't
us.
know.
It's not. We're not the artists.
No, it doesn't.
Exactly,
but the fact that this man can sing, dance, rap, paint,
like
like I'm just like, yo, like
that.
God just really gave you all of the time.
All them gifts.
like they were born and they just forgot to stop. Like
100%.
Yeah.
There's definitely like a different level when you can do multiple things really well. Like that's, I mean,
100%. You know, it's as far as like, because you know, like a lot of us are people who like. I feel like most people want to do a couple different things, and like you know, maybe not, you know, as intensely or like maybe they don't want to make all of those different things like a part of their whole career, but like for the people who do, like Donald, he was like the first person I saw that like it actually worked for, because like we've seen people try to like, you know, make it all encompassing, but like he's the only person that I know I saw on Community on like an NBC program, and then on, you know, like Hot 97 freestyling, and then like doing screenplays, and then like, you know, it's crazy. He can be he can be his whole self. You know, like it's crazy.
And they all like all those like careers and like, different pursuits like make it like different sides of him. Like they're all part of him. Right?
Absolutely. Definitely. Oh gosh, let me blow my nose. I'm sorry.
All good.
Allergies out here, you know.
Yeah, allergy season. Did we want to do the like the song we've been listening to? You know.
Yes. What is everybody? What song has everybody been listening to this week?
Man, okay. I was gonna check real quick. Let's see. I was gonna do this as a joke, but it might actually be Neighbors, because like I've been listening to that just
same fam. Same.
Just only because like it's insane to like be able to like click on like this literally
it's impressive, bro. It's impressive.
What is it?
My
song.
It's
right there. The other
I was
one,
gonna ask
Kenny
you about
Mason.
the cover.
Oh the cover. Oh man.
Cover like
that was that was back in Maryland. That was like me with some friends, and like one of them had a camera and it was like, you know, going crazy, and like sent me that photo. I was like, I like that photo. That feels nice.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing that I've been listening to the most is the Kenny Mason, Angelic Hoodrat Supercut. It's a wild name, I guess, but like I love that album. He's like somebody coming up that I really love, like everything he does. He's got like a really original style. It's like kind of grungy and like, you know, like really bar heavy, but like also like, you know, a vibe and stuff. And it's like there's an emotional weight to it. It's like Kenny Mason, that whole album. I've been going crazy on that. Yeah.
You said Kenny Mason?
Yeah.
Oh, Angelic Hoodrat.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
You
been listening
to
a
good song off of that one?
Yeah. Isn't there Ree or something?
Yeah, Ree's
the one with Denzel Curry's good too.
Yeah. I like what's the one oh man. Pup might be there's a couple that I keep coming to. Pup is probably Pup or Apartments. Those two songs I keep going back to, but Pup especially. So like, I love that song. Yeah, it's a really good song.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've been listening to Lupe. Listening to what, Superstar.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Classic.
Besides Neighbors, of course, because you know we're gonna have Vaughn on. Yeah. I was listening to I've been into Brent a lot lately just because I like his sound a lot. I was listening to
absolutely.
Let me see. Lost Kids Get Money and Clouded are both amazing. I listened to them like 100 times this week probably. And UK Drill. I've been getting into that for some reason.
Oh hell yeah.
Just I don't know. Something about it's just crazy. It's good.
I've been trying to tell niggas about UK rap for so long. I'm so I'm so on that wave.
Yeah. No, I remember.
Right, yeah.
I've been listening to I was listening to Slime Language. Drake's one, Solid's good. This dude called Sammy Sosa. I think he's from Virginia. He's like a friend of Max. So,
Sammy Sosa, tough.
I'll drop it in there. Sure.
Right.
But bro, it's been good having you on. Glad we connect, talk, and chop it up.
Absolutely. Thank y'all. Really, like the people being interested in like a song I made in my bedroom is insane. So I really appreciate it. Like, thank you. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. Everything y'all do with Nostalgia Noir and the way y'all like lift up artists and stuff and like bring like the local like community and everything. It's extremely inspiring. Like, so I'll be watching it. I take inspiration from it. So thank y'all like for what y'all do. And
thank you. Appreciate
bringing me on. No, absolutely. It needs to be said. It's amazing. So
we definitely gonna be hitting you up, for beats and stuff like that, collabs,
absolutely.
Definitely gotta get some features.
You gotta get some features.
Absolutely. You already know.
On the production and the vocals,
Hey, you already know.
Like,
I'm with it. You already know.
Listen.
All
right. Yeah. It's been Skrill, Sam Cease.
Zino Lion, sign off.
I
am Tokyo Yao, signing off.
And VHS Jr. at VHS the second.
Go stream Neighbors.
Signing off. Go stream Neighbors.
Yes, sir.
This is
music coming soon.
Yep.
If you don't stream Neighbors, you're whack.
You're
exactly.
whack. ASF.
Let them know.
This has been the Creators Club podcast. Catch y'all next week. Gang.